Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of True Dungeon Talk with Trent. My name is Trent of TrentTokens.com, and boy, oh boy, do we have a very, very special episode. Before we get to the details of the episode, I always forget that algorithm thing, so please like and subscribe and share with your friends and enemies and tell everybody about the show. The more we can get the word out, the better it is for the show, and hopefully spreading the word about the love of True Dungeon. So yes, today's special episode, I'll be interviewing Jeff Martin, the creator of True Dungeon, in case you were not aware of that. We're going to be discussing many things. 2024, the tokens, future schedule for the next year. There'll be a world premiere of the season trailer for next year. RingCon update. There's a new token revealed. Oh my God, just so much stuff. So without further ado, let's get to the man, the myth, the legend. Everyone, please welcome Jeff Martin.
Yay.
Oh.
Hello.
They love you, the audience.
They do, man, every time. It's weird.
It's almost as if it was some type of image just looped. I mean, that's just how they just love you every single time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Welcome, Jeff, to the show. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, and yeah, in case you guys can figure this out, I have a new camera, so hopefully it works. Hopefully I look better than this is supposed to be a little better definition, a little better camera. So
yes. So in chat, who thinks that Jeff looks better now with a better camera? And speaking of chat, let's say hello to chat. Oh my God, lots of things here, lots of people. Falcor, how you doing? Tom, hello. Jeff321. By the way, I cheat and always check his barbarian builds because he does really great barbarian builds. So people think my build's great. It's really just his build. John at True Dungeon, that's that stalker guy. Hello. Chris Samir, always great to see you. William Andrew, David McClure, my good buddy David. How you doing, buddy? Gilstrife, Belinda. Let's see, David Haas. He was on the show. Kusig and Cover Stealing Badger and B Misquez. Always great to see everyone saying hello. It's so very kind of everyone. Love the glasses. Now, is that on him or me? Because I just started wearing glasses too. David Haas says that. And B, yeah, for both. B Misquez says, was actually thinking how clean the video was today. So good. So, oh boy, we've got quite the list to go through today, don't we?
We do, yes. Been busy.
Is it too much to say? Or would it be too much to say that this is going to be the best show ever? Is that are we
Every
too much?
show is the best show ever.
I agree. I paid him $1 to say that. Yeah. Ashton says hello, and welcome to the show. He's excited for the announcement. And David Haas has taken the politically correct choice here and to say that he was talking about both of us in our new specs. And Cover Stealing Badger says that your image does look good. I agree. And Gilstrife says, whoa, best show ever. So speaking of that, there's a handful of, what do they call that? Like, you know, when you're cleaning stuff up. I don't know, a couple of cleanup things I wanted to discuss for the people who might not know this yet. All right, so we're going to dive right in because we have so much to get to, Jeff. Monday. If you're watching this live or you're watching this before Monday, September 25th, the True Dungeon store closes on the 25th, 11:59 Central, right?
Yes, PM, yes.
PM. Oh, thank you for the PM there. Right, so that's your last chance to get those tokens because you're going to be taking that page down, prepping for the October 3rd. Noon Central, I think, is your target, right?
Yes.
For pre-orders to begin. So this is an image of the ultra rares, which are very sexy this year. And speaking of gorgeous, there's a pile of happy tokens.
Yeah, you guys should have seen that pile in person.
Oh man,
they look really good this year. Yeah, the artwork is awesome, and they did a great job on the printing. So very crisp, really good detail. Hard to tell on here, but man, yeah.
Well, we can zoom in more. Yeah, I agree. I'm a big fan of these these new legendaries. I love the legendaries every year. And also, by the way, let me zoom in even more. The give me 1 second here to do a little zoomy zoom. Check out that right there. What is that 2024 golden looking thing?
It's I'm not sure. It's gold and it's a big ticket, so maybe it's the golden ticket.
Oh, that is a gorgeous design. And I see that, I assume there's only one, right? As in last year there were two, or 2023.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And how many will there be? 100 this year?
100, same as last year. Yep.
Right. And 80 for Gen Con, 20 for Game Hole?
That's what we're thinking. I haven't decided exactly yet, but that's that's probably 95%. That's what we'll do.
Okay, cool. All right. And you can see the very cool Avron's Cherry Ale. Is that how you pronounce it, Avron?
Avron.
Avron. Okay,
yeah.
So speaking of the Avron's Cherry Ale.
Ooh, nice segue.
Yeah, it's almost like I know what I'm doing. For the pre-orders, which, by the way, end on November 30th. So make sure you get your pre-orders in between October 3rd, when they start at noonish Central, and November 30th is when they end. For every 250 order, your standard ultra rare pack, you get, of course, to choose your ultra rare, your PYP for 2024, and you get a 1 Avron's Cherry Ale plus 4 to max HP for entire game, 1 use redeem at start. Very nice design. And you also get 1 2024 treasure chip with that 250 order. Now, if you do 2 250s, you get 2. If you do 3 350s, you get 3. But if you do 4 250s, that equals a 1K, and that's where the bump happens for the treasure chips. So instead of 3 or what you would expect to be 4, you actually get 6. So you'll probably end up getting 2 3Xs, but there's a nice little bump there if you want to do the 1K order. Don't forget those end on the 30th. There in the chat here, let me make sure. Belinda says Jeff image looks good, but his volume seems significantly lower than Trent's on my end, at least. So
that seems to happen every show. Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, maybe I'm a little too excited with the mic. Let me try to get a little less excited. Sorry, the new tokens get me too excited.
Yeah, testing apples and oranges. Testing, testing. How do I sound, everyone?
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, so Zarud also says that Jeff is a little quiet. So I think it's probably I might just be too loud. Sorry, get excited.
Can you turn me up a little? Is that possible?
Yeah, I would have to turn you up every single slide, but that's okay. I can try.
I'll try to talk loud.
Let me. I can do this though. We can do that. All right. So I just turned him up. Everybody who's listening to this slide here on Avron's, check it out. And I'll just do that each time. Hopefully he's better. Okay, now next up, so Kuzig, I answered that question. How many? No difference yet. Let me try.
I will talk louder.
All right, so I boosted you some.
Hello.
Oh, you know why? Hold on, I know why there's no difference. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. I need to flip to it. So try it again. Try the.
Okay, how do I sound now, everyone? Sounding good? Sounding good. Testing. Hello.
All right, so yeah.
Hello.
There we go. Okay, good. All right, so everybody says it's way better. All right, good.
All right,
so
awesome. Thank you.
We are there. So I will just let me see. I'll just do that each time before we flip to the next thing, which is okay.
Sweet.
All right. So now, in the chat, people were asking. Kuzik said how many GTs, so we got that answered. 100. They're probably going to do 80/20. Dennis with very good eyes, and so did Kuzik, said What's a signet of nobility? Nobility.
What is that? Could be.
We don't know, but maybe.
What are you talking about?
But maybe. But maybe we'll know in a few minutes. Tom says he has the same mic as me. I agree. It's a great mic. And Gilstrive has a question. And again, if anyone in the chat has questions, that's another big part of the show when we do it live, is to ask questions. So don't be afraid. If you don't mind, maybe just say question at the beginning and then ask your question, because sometimes it's hard to catch it in the chat. Gilstripe says, are you going to do another silent auction like last year? Who? And what silent? I didn't. There's no. I think you mean auction, right? Not silent auction. Am I going to be doing auctions this year? Yes, I'll do auctions this year. People, begged me to do it, so I had to succumb to the peer pressure. So yes, but let's get to our next slide. Speaking of new tokens,
yes.
What are we looking at here, Jeff? What is this?
Well, we decided usually this is for anybody that's in the Adventurers Guild. That's a 2K order or more. Usually they get kind of like a joke / kind of cool token. This year we decided, since some of the other people get some cool multi-years, we do that for them. So we have, instead of getting like a Grunnel stick or a drum roll or turkey leg, something like that, You're going to get an actual cool token that does something, and it's it'll be able to make something. We're not exactly sure what it's going to do yet, but we just wanted to let you guys know the plan, just so everybody knew not to miss it, and that will be your benefit for being an awesome AG member.
Wow, very cool. So 3 tokens will turn into 1, and we can create it in 2026, but we'll know what it does in 2025.
Yeah, we'll have it all out there. Same with all the other multi-year stuff. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Very cool. Kusik says it's really good. Okay, I agree. Gilstripe says, ooh, looks like something I got some saving to do. I agree. We got to do some saving. Yeah. Kusik says, same slot as the Path of Enlightenment fragments create, right? That's the question. Is it the same slot?
Yes, it's this. Yeah, the mark slot. Yes.
Right. So if someone is only Adventurers Guild level, they could use the Mark of Tenants. But if someone is patron level, they can choose the Path of Enlightenment in token, which I think is 2026 as well. Is that right?
Yes.
And they could choose either or.
Correct.
That's cool. I think that's awesome, because not everybody wants to do the patron status, and this gives the Adventure Guild, something to shoot for. I think that's really cool. And speaking of really cool, in the chat people were asking about a new token. Can you tell everybody what in the world this is?
Well, yes, this will appear when the store reopens. In the normal store where you see the other level rewards, and you can place that with your pre-order. They won't actually ship till December. If you did them here, we don't have them yet, but yeah, they're only pre-order only. But yeah, we can ship them with your order. But this is basically no more saying, honest, I'm a 6th level player. You're gonna have a token that shows that you can show. And you'll have all year to collect all through 24. But starting in 2025, if you want that extra +1 chip, you got to show the token, like you do with other things. So.
Wow. I love new tokens. New tokens. Anyone else excited about these new tokens? It was kind of silly to say, oh, here's a 9th level benefit to prove that I'm 6th level, or here's an 8th level benefit to prove that I'm 6th level. If the people that know you. So I think this is a wonderful addition to the collection of tokens to collect, and very useful, and something to strive for. So, kudos. How about a big round of applause actually, why don't we do it this way? A big round of applause for Jeff and all the crew and whoever was involved in creating this token. Nicely done. Nicely done. Let's see, let me go back to this. So, super cool Signet of Nobility. All right. Anyone else excited in the chat? Looks like the Cover Stealing Badger loves the image. I agree. Kuzik says we need it in onyx. Come on, man. We barely got it in gold. Guildstripe says, question. So will this mark have an event run at RingCon like the Mark of Enlightenment? So he's talking about the Tenet.
This time, no. We're still working on that. The way I envision this is just a nice thank you. The people that can't afford the patron, they'd get a mark this way. That's still getting worked out, but I would say right now, no.
Okay. Yeah, and the special event, you make sure you get the Mirthwood token, Silver Ship Passage Mirthwood for that little mini event. I think it's a 12-minute event. B Powers says, "Wow, I agree." And B Misquiz thinks that the art is great. I agree. It's really, really cool. And B Power says, cheers, hello. Dennis Chitko has a question. Will the level 6 token be needed for higher levels, or will the 9th level token be sufficient? Do I need to save another slot in my token book?
9th will be sufficient. You just that proves that you're at least 6, so you're good there.
Got it. So any of the
yeah.
I think you got the holder, you got the pen, and then you got a adventures, ninth level token too. So that's a bunch of ways to prove it afterwards. Okay, good question, Dennis. Falcor 51 says, RingCon questions. So Silver Ship Passage Mythwood, that's not hard to say at all, is supposed to be an extra room. Is Silver Ship Passage Pemberton the same? Extra room, I don't know if that's exactly the way to describe it. From what we were told, it's a mini 12-minute adventure. But the question is Pemberton the same?
It is maybe, and it may not be. A lot of it depends on like the venue and how much space we have. I don't know, like we're still trying to lock that down. So when we have more exact venue info, then we can plan that stuff. But right now, that's just out there as a thing. We'll figure out exactly what it means when we find how much space we have and that kind of thing. So thanks for your patience. We don't want to promise something we don't have room for. So
right. And Kuzik asked basically the same question. So there's your answer. I don't know if you can answer this one, but the audience is asking. Kuzik says, will we have another different ship's passage in 2024 treasure?
Could be. Who knows? We'll find out, I guess. Soon enough, January. We'll find out.
All right. No spoilers here. Speaking of future events, before we get too far ahead of ourselves and talk about 2024 events, which is coming soon, by the way, the next event is going to be next month in Madison, Wisconsin, Gamehole Con, October 19th through the 22nd. I wanted to make sure to bring this up here because Jeff and I are not going to do another show before Gamehole Con, so we're kind of reminding people about the Gamehole Con show. In case you hadn't heard about it yet, you can go to gameholecon.com to get tickets. There are still tickets available for the Curse of the Crimson Isle. So, Jeff, what can you tell people about this event, Curse of the Crimson Isle?
Curse of the Crimson. Well, we ran it once at MomoCon, and it got well received, and we've tweaked it some, and we're adding at room 1, you're going to have a choice of whether you want to do combat or puzzles, so you have to be a little different. But just the game con itself, Gamehole Con, is a great con. It's like perfect size. It's much less expensive, much more fun than going to a huge con where it's like exhausting to attend sometimes. So this is a real laid back, fun con, and I look forward to going every year when I can.
Yeah, it's if you haven't been to Gamehole Con, oh man, it's great. It's kind of like that Goldilocks. It's not too big, not too small. It's perfecto, right down the middle. I really, really love it at Gamehole Con. I highly recommend it. So at Gamehole Con, besides this adventure, you're also going to be, a lot of people ask about transmuting, and thankfully transmuting will be available there.
Yes.
And here are the days and hours. Hit pause if you want to write this down. And there's no Sunday pickup, which I think might have been previously advertised, but that's been changed. So I just wanted to make sure people knew about this. Now, transmuting means that they can transmute anything that's valid in October.
Anything they wish. Yep.
Which means safe hold as well, right? Safe hold 5.
Yes. Correct. Yes.
Awesome. Great. And trade goods, Ragonite, Orioles,
everything.
Whatever.
Bring it on.
What about Golden Fleece?
You can, whatever, if it's transmutable, you can do it.
Now, so do you have enough, though? I think you guys were running low. I think that's why I asked that question about Golden Fleece.
Oh, yeah. 99.9% chance, yes. We're getting more in, so we'll see.
Makes sense. Sure. Okay, great. All right, so that's good transmuting. Let's see. So Kuzik says GameholeCon was great last year. If I didn't go to MomoCon, I would have gone to GameholeCon. Next year I plan for GameholeCon before the rest. It is awesome. Ashton, hello Ashton. Ashton asks, how does it compare to PAX South? So how would you compare GameholeCon to PAX South?
GameholeCon is much smaller con, but it's solely focused on like tabletop gaming mostly. So there's a lot of really awesome True Dungeon folks that show up, and you can hang out and really geek out on that. But it's much smaller. It's very well run by Alex and company and his friends that put it on. They have really good food trucks. It's inexpensive compared to most other shows, and it's just a great laid back time. I mean, if you're looking to go, if you want to see a huge exhibit hall with all these national companies, you're not going to get that here. It's going to be mostly the smaller cons or the smaller companies, and a lot of them are kind of local. Wisconsin's got a lot of small type RPG, other things that are adjacent. So it's a nice, if you like the smaller vendors, which I do, then it's a really good con for that. But what's really cool about it, for me anyways, being an old grognard guy, is you can sit down and have lunch with Merle Rasmussen, who invented Top Secret, or if you want to go, hang out with Mike Carr and play some Flight in the Skies or Dawn Patrol, it's awesome. Because a lot of these folks are local, they come to the con and hang out, and a lot of times they're guests of honor. But yeah, if you want to play Car Wars with, Steve Jackson, he's there sometimes, so it's great.
Yeah, I ended up having breakfast with Ed Greenwood, I think, once or twice. So he was just there. It was amazing. Yeah. Yeah. So Ashton is considering it. Awesome. Great. We've converted another one. I highly recommend it. It's really great. Speaking of GameholeCon being great, besides being a sponsor of GameholeCon myself, for the past 5 or 6 years, for those of you who know about my collecting habit goals, my goal was to try to collect one of every token. I've come really close. The ones that are collectible, like the artifacts, I don't count those because they're not really collectible. I can't go get them from people. But for the ones that are collectible, I'm only missing 15 from 2003, 1 uncommon and 14 rares. And all of those tokens from 2003 to 2023 will be on display. So this is something I've been planning for years. I've talked to Jeff about this for years. I wanted to do a 20th anniversary display of all the tokens, and that's going to happen at GameholeCon this year. They'll be right next to True Dungeon check-in. That little area, that's going to be Trent's Lounge. So if you've seen that at MomoCon or at GameholeCon before, that will be Trent's Lounge. But I'll also have a big exhibit of every single token, almost 8,000 tokens. There'll be a security guard at all times, and there'll also be at least 2 volunteers. I have 4 volunteers staffed for the event, but there'll always be at least 2 there. So if you are thinking of coming to grab something, the security guard's going to bonk you on the head. So yeah, on the screen here, by now you probably read all through this while I've been babbling. Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday, 11 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 7. And the reason for these times is it's close to when the runs start and when the runs end, the True Dungeon runs, you know, the fans, I'm assuming, who want to see it. But you'll notice on Friday it closes a little earlier because for the people who have been before, they know about this. And if you don't know about this, now you do. Friday night, if you go to the GameholeCon website, just search for Trent, you'll find this. They call the event Beer Keg Reception at the Clarion, brought to you by Trent Tokens. It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. At the time of this little screenshot, it says 39 of 100 tickets left. You don't have to buy the tickets. The tickets, you know, there's no ticket. You don't turn anything in. This is just so you can put it on your calendar, basically. At least 100 to 150 people show up. So, you know, it's no big deal if you don't have to grab a ticket. It just allows you to stick it on your calendar. It will be at least a 2-hour event. There's free pizza, free beer, as much as you can eat until it runs out, and as much as you can drink until it runs out. Last time I think we had 2.5 kegs that we went through. Everyone who attends, you'll also get a free drink coupon that you can use at Critical Hit Soda. It's a little, you know, co-sponsor thing that my buddy Bo and I do. Bo and his family have the Critical Hit Soda truck. It's amazing if you haven't tried those things yet. There's also tons of giveaways, tokens, and all kinds of other things that they'll be giving away. There's a bunch of raffles you can enter, and I'm doing a special Winseth tribute, you know, in honor of Winseth, who passed this year. And so yeah, you know, make sure you can, you know, put that in your calendar, and hopefully everybody can make it. So there's the little plug for those things. But let's move on to more True Dungeon news. In 2026, RingCon. So Jeff, what is RingCon?
Well, it's our every once in a while get together. We've had a couple of them, 2 or 3 of them. Depends on how you count them, but yeah, we had SkullCon recently a few years ago. It was a blast. Yeah. And we are as soon as we got done with that, we're like, we got to do that again. Let's plan it for 2026. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. This is a really fun time. This is a chance just to really geek out and have fun with the fans that have been supporting us all these years. So.
Now, how does one attend? Are there any prerequisites or requirements to attend?
Yeah, you need there's a few tokens you're going to need. This is a way of thanking the big supporters. So we have yeah, I mean, if you we have 8K orders or more. If you get one of those for every year leading up to RingCon, you'll get to play in everything. And then, you know, there's another event you can probably play in, and which will take less of a support level. You can see all that information on the website. Just go to the thing that says the 24 or the 23 token page.
Exactly. Right. And it's like the ring of the 5th circle, ring of the 4th circle, and so on. Those are the you take all those together, make one, and then that's like the entry. Like the skulls, you took all the, you know, you took the skull of Cavador, and that's how you entered. You put all the teeth together and made the skull, and that's how you entered SkullCon. Same deal. It's a ways away, so there'll be much more information heading out soon, but I just wanted to throw that out there in case someone did not know. So let me catch up on the chat here. Christopher says that he'll be there. Can't wait. I'm with you. Kuzik says, does Jeff secretly have the ones that Trent needs hidden somewhere? Jeff, do you have the ones I need? I'm pretty sure I ask you once a year.
Right here. Yeah, I know. It's a tradition I love every year.
I know. Right. Did anybody turn in some? Oh, my God. It is such pain. Brad says, sounds like great fun. I agree. Hello, Brad. Lynthia817 says, yay, critical hit. I'm with you. It's awesome. Kuzik, critical hit soda is the greatest. Get the Dracolich. That's a good one. There's a Trentus the Barbarian drink, by the way. And I think there's a Lori is awesome drink. Is that what she might have called it? I forget. So, yeah, there's a Lori drink, there's a Chad drink, and there's a Trentus drink. So try them all. Tom says, oh, this is big from Tom. Gamehole is my favorite con of the year. Wow. It is a good one. Kuzik says adjust slide volume. Oh, shiznit. Hold on one second. Let me go back. This is me. It was my fault. Thank you, Kuzik. I need to adjust it each time. I forgot about that one because I was so excited about RingCon. Thank you for the reminder, Kuzik. Okay. Hello, Joshua. Joshua's here. All right. So now you have some news about RingCon, and the news is in the form of pictures. So let's first show this first picture.
It's travel all time. Yeah. It's yeah, I thought I'd give you guys an update on the actual facility. A lot of you guys have been out to Walker's Bluff, which is just north of Carbondale. Traditionally, when you guys have been here before, this road ended in a T, and you had to go to the right. It wasn't nice. It was a chip and tar road, but it would go to the right, and then you'd go through these really crazy turns. It's on a really bad road, and it would get you to Walker's Bluff. Well, now there's a road that they've redone the whole road there, and it goes straight ahead, and it goes right to a new casino and hotel. Dun, dun, dun. So okay. It's much easier to get to, and the road leading there is all really nice road with all brand new road.
So when we went, that road was like cut off, I think, last time we were there. You couldn't go that way.
Yep. Yeah,
okay, got it. All right.
Now you can go straight.
And eventually it comes to here, right?
Yeah, this is on the right side of that main road leading into Walker's Bluff. This is on the right is the hotel. It's a 128-room hotel, I believe, and then on the left is the casino area. And it's brand new. It looks really nice, and there's plenty of parking, and it's very, very close to where we had SkullCon before there at the tasting room at Walker's Bluff, so you can see it from there.
Did you say 128 rooms?
Yes.
Wow, I'm pretty sure we could fill that up.
Yeah, I think so. Let's hope.
Yeah.
So this is more of an aerial shot. This is an artist rendering. I didn't actually fly a drone out there and grab this, but it gives you a rough idea of where it is. You can see in the background there towards the left side middle. That's where the tasting room is and all that. So that's how close it is.
Cool.
So, and then what's nice about this is they have a event center, a ballroom, a really nice one. And it actually has its own like outside entrance. So I thought I'd take a photo of this. So it's real easy to get into the event area. You don't have to go through all the casino stuff, buy all the restaurants. So you can get pretty close. So this is just a nice way of getting in and out.
Okay, cool.
And this is what it looks like coming in. There's a ballroom, as you can see, with various entrances. This is much like a lot of ballrooms that True Dungeon has gone to in the past, where there's been multiple ways in, and then they have air walls available. You can divide up the spaces into smaller ballrooms, that kind of thing. If you can go to the next slide, I can show you. This is looking out. And again, there's that the doors that I showed earlier. So that's how close the entrance is. It's right there. Bam. And this is it's a really nice. They spent a lot of money and made a really nice event center here. So, and this is the one photo I got of the interior. They were setting stuff up. Some of the air walls are up, so you don't get an idea how big it is, but it is enough square foot that we could do a really nice adventure in there.
Understood.
Yeah, very nice.
And this is the last photo.
Yeah, this is farther down the hallway. This just shows you a little bit. That Ruthie's there. That's a really nice restaurant. And then on the right side of the restroom sign, there's another restaurant there. And in the actual casino, which is off to your right, there's a sports bar type food restaurant. And then there's yet another restaurant farther in by the hotel. So there's plenty of places to eat, plenty of different kinds of food. And of course, casino, if that's what you're into. So
now
should be a really nice place.
Yeah, I assume it's too far out to reserve this for RingCon. Is that, or have you done anything with that?
Yeah, I've met with them. They've been very receptive. It's just nothing can be done right now, but we're basically have it marked on the calendar to get some stuff done, get this finalized when we can. I'd really like to do it here. Yeah, it should be an awesome place. They've got a loading dock, so it'd be real easy for us to get in and out, get an event set up, and be nice and close to the shop, so we could possibly do some stuff at the shop, and who knows, maybe even out at the
Oh yeah.
Wizard Park if the weather decides to cooperate this time. So it'd be a really nice central location, and the rooms are really nice. They're very, very nice rooms, and you know, it's got a spa if you want to go hang out in the spa for a while, get a beauty treatment. Trent, we could do that.
Don't think it's going to help me, but I'm glad it's available for those that could use the services. Wow. So 2026 RingCon sounds like it's just going to be amazing, especially if we can get this spot here.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. So get those rings.
I am super piped. Yeah, this should be a lot of fun, and it'll be close so that we can do a lot of fun stuff. And I'm looking forward to this a lot. So everything we're kind of building towards this. So.
Very, very cool. And I would assume not to, you know, I guess request something difficult, but if we could do RingCon, having the warehouse available or having, you know, the TD Central available for people to just see it, because it's just such an amazing site. Just I mean, we're way, way, way far away, but
Sure.
It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen, is to be able just poke my head in and look at it. So I don't know if that's something that you can officially do or unofficially do, but it's an amazing thing to see. So I throw that out as a big fan.
All righty, will do.
Okay, let me go to the chat and catch up here. Let's see. David Haas has a question. Will GameholeCon Curse of Crimson Isle have unique XP if you already ran it at MomoCon?
No, you only get to play it once and get the max. If you get to room 7, yeah, you can't stack XP, unfortunately. That's how we've always done it. So, yep.
Got it. Understood. Gilstripe says, woo, Walker's Bluff and a casino. Kuzik says he doesn't gamble, but not on treasure pools. So many maps. Poor thing. Falcor, RingCon ear cuff of greater glory. What's the deal? What's the deal, Jeff?
It's lots of glory.
Lots of glory.
I don't know. We'll find out later.
I think people are trying to get like tidbits of information about future tokens. That's a tough question. Tom doesn't gamble, but he would play a token slot machine. A token slot machine. That's funny.
Oh, that gives me an idea.
I know.
Yeah.
Token slot machines. Falcor 51 says, will we get a room block for RingCon?
Yeah, definitely. This is set up as a convention place. They just opened literally like last month, so things are still kind of up in the air. But they've already had several groups do room blocks and rent the space out and have events. So yeah, it's already up and hopping. So,
I think we would take the whole thing over. So yeah. Yep. Let's see. People are saying it looks nice. Mackenzie17 says, what'd you miss? Mackenzie, you missed the last chance to order tokens, the pre-order start, the 2024 tokens, the pre-order thing, the map, or the mark, the new level reward. I mean, you missed a lot. You have to rewind. Mackenzie17 says, any news on new character cards? I don't know if it's been asked yet. So that had not been asked.
Yeah, that's a good question. Right now, I have no update. We're still trying to, as you guys can imagine, we're trying to finish up the virtual stuff and get ready for GameholeCon. The crazy thing that John made me do called the Grunnels Holiday Special, that's taken. So I wish I could just like kind of half do something, but I don't know. I always got to just, yeah. Nope. Anyway, we're putting a lot of effort into that. There's going to be music. Avery's wrote a four-part arrangement for some theme song. So that's been done. Anyway, we're taking that one. So right now, I'm just going to say we're still trying to find the space. And I guess a lot just depends on how much work we can get done between now and the end of the year on all the virtual stuff and then the new things that will be starting next year.
Wow. So, man, Gretel's thing's going to be awesome. Virtual's awesome. RingCon, oh my God. This is a good time to be a True Dungeon fan. Let's see. TB says hi, Trent Entertainment. That lets me know who I know who that is. If you've never heard of Trent Entertainment, go to trententertainment.com and then you'll see what that is. Hello, Taras, my good friend. Thank you for joining and watching the show. Kevin says hello, everyone. Hello, Kevin. Tom says, is that a theme song? This thing that Avery wrote?
Sorta. It's the holiday special, so you're gonna find out. But yeah, there'll be some music. So.
Oh my, Jiminy Crickets! It sounds amazing. Joshua says, given that it seems that every VTD has been sold out, has a second weekend been explored by chance?
Second weekend. We might do something like that next year, but that's still up in the air. It's all a balancing act because we were wanting to get into more in-person stuff, because COVID slowed down. We were all set to really expand in person, and then COVID hit, and then
I remember.
So that's really put a damper on stuff. So we're trying to work out the whole balance between virtual and in person. I love doing them both. They're both very different creatures, but it seems when we do in-person stuff, we can find new people that way much faster than we can with VTD. I mean, we're thinking around 75 new people play VTD after Gen Con. We picked up the Gen Con, which was cool, by the looks of the emails and the accounts that were created. But it's hard to guess because sometimes people it's hard to tell. But in person, when we go to San Japan in September next year, I'm sorry, in about a year, we're gonna pick up a lot of new folks that may turn into VTD players and may turn into volunteers. So we like the in-person too. So it's a tough balance between all that. But we're going to try to hopefully find a good one this year.
Cool. Understood. Next question. David Haas says, are they planning to also make a few really nice golf courses at Walker's Bluff? Could really help as a destination for groups.
Yeah, not that I know of. Not right now. No. They have other things there. There's a lot of frontage property that was developed with that new road, and they're trying to bring in some other entertainment venues, but it is kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I'm not sure how successful they're going to be, but they're trying to bring in some other things besides casinos to go to, so who knows? It could turn into Branson. Who knows?
Okay, good question. Alex R. says, what kind of events may be available to players at RingCon who have the ring crafted but weren't patrons? The adventure is just for patrons, right?
Well, it's whoever has the ring. Whoever can make the ring, you're in. So for the big adventure, and then there's another adventure that'll be for the people that make the Ring of the Circle. So they'll, like we did last year. So yeah, it's just whoever I think some folks went ahead and just acquired the necessary skull token, and they didn't actually collect all 8K every year. So it just depends on which path you want to go. I mean, if you can't, if you're an 8K buyer and you're from, I don't know, someplace far away, or your work schedule doesn't work out and you can't, attend RingCon, it's a nice little benefit that you can then sell it to somebody that can make it. So.
Mm-hmm. Right, that happened from what I hear. Kuzid asks, are there going to be any A/B runs next year?
Yeah, that's all up in the air. There's pros and cons on all that, so we'll see. I don't have any exact announcements. The fall, if they would happen, they would be in the fall, and that's still kind of up in the air right now. We got to see how other things wash out. So,
understood.
Thanks for asking.
All right, so next question. Lots of questions. I knew there would be. Okay, so Falcor just answered that question. Alex R., thanks. Didn't go to SkullCon, so that's why he didn't know. McKinsey17 says, I'd love to kind of push more events around TDA Central Base. GameholeCon is 14 hours and Gen Con is 10 hours, whereas Carbondale is 6 hours. So and McKinsey's saying, yeah, he's in for this. All right, so speaking of future events, let me make sure I've got everything set up here. Give me one quick second, everybody. I want to make sure I click on the right thing. Get the volumes correct. Okay, good volume. And what is all of this?
The heck?
What is all of this?
Well, So this is a catch-all graphic. I put the question marks just because that way we can talk about a lot of different things. So the first thing to say is we're definitely going to San Japan. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome to get back to San Antonio and all that. In case you didn't know, I thought I'd throw that on here. So yeah, that's definitely a thing, and it's gonna be awesome. What we're actually doing is still up in the air. Depends on how many local folks we can locally get to volunteer and stuff. So we'll have more of that later. We are really close on these 3 other cons. I wish I could make a formal announcement like, hey, it's going to happen, but we're really close on making an announcement on the other 3 here. So it's going to be crazy because they're all close together. It should be a crazy summer. But I'm hoping that we hit all 3 of these.
So MomoCon, Origins, GameCon Canada are not done deals, but you're really close. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I wish we could have had this maybe a week later, but that's how close we are. But it's just the way it worked out, and we needed to get this out before the auction started. So yeah. So anyway, I wanted to give everybody an update here. This is a lot of fun, and I know there's probably some Canadians that see this and go, "What the heck?" It'll be the 2nd year. It's in Edmonton. It's early part of June, so it should be a lot of fun to go. I haven't been to Canada in a while, and hopefully all the rumors have died down about Canada and I can go back. But just kidding. But yeah, it should be great. It's going to be great to go all these new places again, meet new folks, and start growing Origins back to where it was previously, and to continue the growth there that we started at MomoCon.
Okay, so San Japan is September.
Labor Day weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, September in San Antonio. MomoCon is in Atlanta, and I forget.
Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. Origin is in Columbus, Ohio, right? And mid-June, late June?
Mid to late June, yeah.
And GameCon Canada, rather, is in Edmonton in early June.
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
Very close to MomoCon. So it'll be bam, bam, bam. John's going to be a busy guy.
Wow. So let's see what we have here in the chat. Brad says 10 hours, ? Rookie numbers. Brad's coming all the way from Aussie town, so he wins there.
There you go.
Kuzik is Canada. Andy would love GameCon Canada. Joshua would love Origins. And Mackenzie17, I just answered that. He's in Australia. Zach says Origin's a great fit. We used to go, but stuff happened. David Haas says Momo was fantastic. I hope I can volunteer there again. We got one volunteer going. And Cover Stealing Badger, Gen Con is conspicuously absent from that graphic. You're making my blood pressure spike.
Yeah, and Game Hole Con isn't on there either, but they're a given. They're already a given. So sorry.
Okay, sorry, Cover Stealing Badger. And Joshua says it's only the ones that aren't 100%. Sounds like Gen Con, I'm pretty sure, is guaranteed. Brad would like you to know, this is from the bottom of his heart, PAX Australia is in Melbourne in October.
Nice.
Just so you know.
Alrighty.
Just in case. Kuzik asks, are there going to be unique adventures at each, or will we see repeat? Any chance if they are repeats we can know beforehand to help plan them out? I can answer the second part. You would definitely know ahead of time. But you have any idea if there will be unique repeats?
That's a really good question, and I don't have a good answer for you right now. It all just depends on volunteers and how it goes. I suspect that we'll do very similar things at all 3 of those shows, just because they're so close together, that it's going to be much easier to go from show to show to show if it's a very similar type of events.
Right. I would assume first so. Year. Yeah, first year for, or it's been a while for one of them. Second year for one, first year at another. So close. And also the audiences are kind of different, but there are some big fans that might go to all of them. But yeah, we shall see. Joshua wants to know, how about West Coast cons?
How about them? Yeah, we would love to go. We've talked to a few here and now. There's generally the bigger the city and on the West Coast, there's a lot of union issues that kind of prevent us from going, unfortunately. Same thing with the East Coast. So it's just an unfortunate thing, but it's just something you got to deal with. So unfortunately, we haven't found the right fit that doesn't have the union entanglements that make it impossible for us to go.
Sorry to hear that. Okay, so let's see. McKinsey, damn, man, that's crazy. At least I don't have to travel. Oh, he's talking to someone else there. Okay. Kuzik makes it easier on my bank account if I don't have to go to all three. Ashton says he's excited for the one in Calgary, only a six-hour drive from up here. Joshua would volunteer for local for Gen Con and Origins. And also DMGM at Momo and GameholeCon. Josh was a super volunteer.
Yeah.
Falcor says, Trent, do you have enough PTO to go all the cons? Come on. What kind of question is that? Come on. What priorities, man? PTO? Who needs it? Yes, I can go. Cover Stealing Badger, thanks for confirming GameholeCon and Gen Con are givens, thus explaining their absence from the graphics. All right, so, all right. There's one more thing for us to discuss from a 2024 point of view.
What is that?
Well, I would now, let's maybe make sure this thing is correct. This is correct. Drum roll, please. I'm now going to present the world premiere of the teaser trailer for the 2024 True Dungeon season. Here we go.
Dun, dun, dun.
How about we watch that again? Okay, let's watch it again. Wow, that was awesome. All right, so what I would like to do now is this time I had our videos hidden, but I'm going to unhide our cute faces here, and I want to go ahead and play it here. Let me hit pause. I want to kind of take it from the top here and maybe ask some questions about what we're looking at here. Well, let's actually first let's maybe check in with the audience here that in the chat. Gil Strife, woohoo! Cover Stealing Badgers, ooh, nice. McKinsey's loving it. Ashton gives some claps, very cool from David. Ashton agrees that the cameras look better. Aussie Brad says awesome. Corey, hello Corey. Not the NPC Corey. So excited excited going to the desert. Bring your poison reducers. That's right. You need those. Kuzik says, Desert Knights. Let's turn them into set bonuses for the Death Knight set, including a new prestige class for Paladin in the character redo. Man, he's got all the ideas. David says, good thing I saved all those water skin tokens. Yeah, there's water skin, I think, 2014 tokens. Kevin says, amazing. Chris Ramirez says that looks awesome. I agree. So I'm going to play this and hit pause and maybe ask some questions if that's okay. Beautiful opening here in 2024. Adventure Calls. From a desert across the Silver Sea. Okay, first questions. So we are on this side of the Silver Sea, and we need to go to the other side of the Silver Sea. And the Silver Sea is what? What can you tell us?
Well, we introduced that concept a few years ago, and it's basically in our world, different worlds. Like, let's say you're going to travel from Greyhawk to our world, or from our world to Chaldea, Peter Agathon's world. You would jump on your silver ship and take off and get to the other, like, prime material plane type thing. And so we are jumping in our silver ship, going across the sea to land in Chaldea.
Chaldea, ooh, which I think is going to be on the image here soon. Okay, but first, to seek, it's not, I assume it's not tear of creation, to seek the tier of creation, we must go, so hold on, sorry, we're getting an adjustment. Sorry, hold on one second. Okay, so give me a second here. I need to readjust the volume of you. Okay, so let me get back to, there we are. So we're at so the volume should be good. Thank you, Chris Amir, and also David. And Mackenzie says, fear of creation token. Just saying, sounds amazing. So the tier of creation, I assume you can't give us much about that. What is that?
It's a thing. It's a thing. You'll find out about it later, January, maybe December. Probably December you'll find out. Oh. There could be a teaser at the end of the holiday special that may tell you kind of what's happening.
Ooh, so holiday special, perhaps a teaser. Okay, so let's see what is next. Okay, so this is where it's a little hard, but you know, my face is in the way here. So if we hide that real quick, we can, so set in the world of Chaldea. What is Chaldea?
Chaldea. Well, Peter Atkinson, the guy that saved Dungeons and Dragons and Gen Con, and also got True Dungeon started, he has a home world that he's been doing different shows with, different little shorts, kind of movies. He does live actoroki every week on Gen Con TV. Anyway, this is his fantasy world. He said he wanted to work with us, and I was like, hey, we were looking for a cool setting for our dungeon in the desert. So he's got an awesome desert setting that features a lot of Egyptian gods and things, so it's a perfect fit. So sounds like we're gonna have some fun with Peter.
Wow. And I believe he was also involved in Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, he had a little bit to do with that.
Yeah, so Peter's
that's how he saved D&D and saved Gen Con. It's the money from Magic.
So yeah, Peter's a big deal. What a great opportunity to be working with Peter. And you can go, I believe it's on the True Dungeon channel. It's also on the Trent Tokens or True Dungeon Talk with Trent channel, an interview that, or I should say a thing at Gen Con, you know, one of those up on the desk and the chairs and everything. So it was you and Peter and myself talking about the very early years of True Dungeon. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. That's another video. So let's hit play and see what's next here. Desert Knights. Wow. So this is the 2024 VTD series. Very cool graphic here. and I assume whomever this person is might be holding the tear of creation.
Could be a coincidence. Maybe she just has a crystal teardrop. That's something else. Maybe this is the tear of blue things.
Okay. All right. I see what you're doing here. So it starts in January. So that means, I think this is official, the first virtual True Dungeon event for 2024 is in January.
Yeah, it is. And it's tonight at 7 o'clock. If you go to truedungeon.com and look under the there's a VTD 2024. We'll have all the schedule announced. There's also a link to this trailer that'll be in, high res. And also there's a link to, if you want to see the screenshots, you can actually see actual screenshots that we took to compare old and new cameras.
Wow. Okay. So hold on a second. Alexa, set alarm for 7 p.m.
Actually, it's 8 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, Alexa, cancel 7 p.m. alarm.
7 p.m. alarm canceled.
Alexa, set 8 p.m. alarm.
Alarm set for 8 p.m.
Okay. Not that I'm excited about this at all. Not that I'm excited. So everybody set your alarms. Okay. All right, so let's see what's next. Now, leads up to in-person events premiering in summer 2024. So Desert Nights, the virtual True Dungeon series, is the intro to the in-person events?
Correct. Yeah, it's all going to be all part of one big series. It should be a lot of fun to lead up to the fun that we'll be having in the summer at the various cons and Gen Con. So, yep.
So you got to play both, baby. Oh, man. So let me check in with the chat here. Tom says playing in an established setting is always very cool. Brad says Peter's an awesome man. I agree. Oh, my wife. That's her. Hi, Jen. She says, wow. I agree with you, honey. Alex R says that's the earring of greater glory.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. And Tom says maybe it's a different tier of another kingdom. Yeah, you never know. So let's see what else we have in this trailer. Featuring new high-res cameras, which you can really see the difference. So here's the old version. Here's the new. Super nice, super clear. And these are the Gollum cameras, right?
Yeah. And those are actual screenshots. Again, I've got a link that'll appear at 7 that you can actually see the actual real screenshots.
This is the screenshots you were talking about. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to see these like with the 100% look like the difference, you'll be able to see that tonight at 7. It's compressed a little bit here because it's a
sure, it's over video. So. Sure. Awesome. Yeah. Wow. That's very cool. So all the Gollum cameras
not only is it better resolution, it goes from 480 to 720. Also, it's a little wider, so you get a little better shot of what's going on in the room. And yeah, we've done some tests, and like before when you showed the camera showed a map on the table, you couldn't even see that there was anything on the map, but now you can actually read the map.
Oh,
crazy! But
were
also
you
the colors are?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
Well.
The
colors are much better, and we're not sure. We think the actual sound that you're going to get out of when you interact with the NPCs, you're going to get a better sound off the NPCs as well.
Wow. So, pardon the interruption before. What I was trying to ask is, were you doing 4x3 before, and now you're doing 16x9?
Yeah. Correct.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
Now you realize you'll be showing more, so you might have to build more.
Yeah, it'll be a little wider for sure, but yeah. Also the lenses are a little less, I guess, fisheye. They're a little less anamorphic, I think is what they call it. But anyway, so it'll be a more true picture of what you're seeing. So it should be great. The tests we've done are amazing. So.
Wow, I think that's going to be very, very cool. So here's our trailer again. Really cool logo. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and then I've got that set up so that little 2024 will change out to the title of the specific month's adventure. So it could, for
Oh,
instance, say Desert Nights, the Onyx Tower, or something like that, or the Onyx Obelisk, or whatever that would be in there, would fit in there.
cool. And I assume maybe these are future button images as well. This kind of cool graphic.
You are correct. Very good.
Almost like I've done this a couple times. Um,
Yeah, you will see what the buttons look like at 7 o'clock because there will be some images there, I believe.
so 7
So,
Central, and I'm in on
yes.
the East Coast, so 8 p.m. Alexa's going to remind me. Go to TrueDungeon.com and look under upcoming events for some amazing, very cool information. Now, this is a new website, tdgame.info. I typed this in because I
Yes.
saw this not long ago, and it goes to TD Events. Why the new name?
We've used this a few times in the past. It's just easy for folks to see it and type it in and know that it's a real URL. We have problems. People don't realize that td.events is an URL, even if we put www in front of it. So this is just a good catch-all that anything that we're typically promoting at the time, we can just forward it from this URL and it goes to where we need it. So
Got it.
this is just easier for folks to type in and remember and to understand that it's an URL.
Yeah, I had never heard of dot events either, so that was new to me. Okay, let me check with the chat here. Cover Stealing Badger says, Trent, your enthusiasm is infectious and wonderful. Ha! It's a good kind of infection. That sounds weird. So take two. Thank you for saying that. It's very nice. Tom says, new cameras sound like a fantastic upgrade. I agree. Alex R says, were there any changes on the Zoom side working with them to improve call quality?
There was changes for sure, but it had nothing to do with us. They just they're updating their app so that now it's easier to do the full HD cameras than before. We're gonna have to all new cameras and everything, but that allows now that they've changed their mobile app, we're able to access HD through if we upgrade our cameras, which we'll do at the end of the year.
Oh, cool. So Zoom made an upgrade or a change, and you can use the new Zoom, which takes advantage of the new cameras. So it should be good sound,
Yep.
better sound too. Very cool. Great question. David Harris says, this show is great. I agree, David Harris. Can't wait for 24. Thanks, Jeff and Trent. And Tom says 2024 is looking like another great year for True Dungeon. Ashley and I will volunteer at every convention we can. So there's two amazing volunteers.
I'll see them next month.
Yes.
They're coming to Game Hole Con.
Tom and Ashley are amazing volunteers. Great NPCs as well. Mackenzie says, just in case this ends suddenly, thank you both. Jeff, you created something that has lasted and is loved by many to another 20 years.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's
So,
great.
yes, to another 20 years of True Dungeon. Okay. We should make it a drinking game. Very kind of you to say, and I'm sure Jeff, loves hearing those kind words. Okay. So if there's any other questions, get them now because we're about to close up shop. Let's see. Kuzik says Ashley tries to kill me in every dungeon. I know the feeling. Everyone tries to kill me as soon as I walk in. So Jeff, any closing thoughts or anything that you would like to share with the group here before we sign off?
Well, just that I'm super psyched for 2024. I'm really excited about working with Peter for the first time. I had a lot of fun working with Pat Rothfuss earlier, and this will be similar. I think we've got a really good plan in place, and we're really streamlining our processes to get virtual done well and quickly, so we have more time for other things. So I think 24 is going to be awesome, and I really look forward to going to these newer cons or reestablishing cons that we've been to because I really like to grow the in-person family. It should be an awesome year. And then yeah, looking forward again to 26 when we get to do RingCon. So
Yeah, yeah, RingCon. Oh man, that's going to be something else. Let's see. Brad says, thanks for the stream. It's great to see you both when I can. Thank you, Brad. Kuzik asks, any secret hints at Treasure for 2024? Any special things that might be there?
oh well, I had to do something, so you'll see. Might have Egyptian flavor to it. Who knows? We'll see. Or a desert flavor. But yeah, there might be something delectable that might show up. Who knows? You'll find
Oh,
out in January.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. And Kevin, oh, poor Kevin. Kevin says, well, not poor Kevin, but Kevin says something about Lori. So poor Lori. Will Lori ever get her own token?
She has all the tokens. What are you talking about? No, I'm not sure if we'd ever do a token that would encapsulate the awesomeness that is Lori. So someday, maybe
She's
who knows?
above
Maybe
tokens.
RingCon.
Maybe
Yeah, she's the
RingCon.
one
Okay.
above all. One above all. Of the folks
I know,
that are
the
in
one that will
Marvel,
unite
so,
them all.
yeah.
So there's a couple people that are asking the same question. The question is, when can folks wanting to run auctions start taking pre-orders?
Well, I mean, it's a free world, so I don't if you want to do it on the TD forums, yeah, please wait till like Tuesday after we end the 23 season. I would appreciate it, but yeah, that would be a great time to start them up. Hopefully, it's folks have been really. I mean, I know it's a crazy thing. Everybody wants to do an auction, but everyone's got along pretty well, and it's all just been kind of self-run. I stay out of it completely. So hopefully that'll continue. Everybody's going to be awesome, and then hopefully it'll all work, and everybody gets to do their auction, and it's no kind of drama. So far we've been drama free. So
Right. I think one of the good things about the community, at least from my perspective, is that it kind of self-polices, itself. I, like when obviously I Trent tokens, I sell tokens, but if there's some type of issue with an order or whatever, I want to solve it right away, because if I didn't, I think in 5 seconds people would hear, oh, that Trent, he sucks, and then that would be it. So it's not the reason that I try to do good customer service, but I think that's one of the good things about the community. It's very close-knit and self-police. If there's any problems, I think together they come together and solve it. And Kuzik says, P.S. GibGub sucks. Steve Ross says, I just caught the end of the stream. Sorry about that. I'll watch it later tonight. Okay, it's a good one. It's a big one. Karma Dump says, question for Trent. Oh, that's me. Is there a list of your missing tokens? I have some old Woodies. Probably not the right ones, though. What?
Oh,
What?
no.
What?
You said the right thing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so they're 2003. So if you have any 2003 tokens that are uncommon or rare, let me know. And there is a list. It's on the forums. I'll bump it after this thing. So go to the forum, and I'll bump my post about the 15 that I'm missing. And thank you for asking. Alex R. says, Ring of Slapping. Yes, I don't have that token. Mackenzie says it will be a curse, mandatory volunteering. Okay. Jeff321 has a question. Any plans for the patron events for 2024? Will they be in person or virtual?
Very good question. All that information's coming at 7 o'clock tonight, but I can go ahead and share it. Yeah, we're gonna do pretty much what we did last year. So there'll be two virtual patron events. It just seems like it's the easiest for everybody to attend. And we'll do it again, one in January and another one in the fall, just like we did this year.
Wow. You probably don't know where you're doing the physical one yet? Or did you not do a physical and you're only doing two virtual? I guess I forgot.
I'm sorry. We're just doing two virtuals. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I remember a long time ago. Yeah, we would do something different.
When we first did it, yeah, we were doing the first ones we did at Origins.
Right.
And a lot of people couldn't hit that. I mean, there's a lot of Californian folks and other thing people couldn't make it. So I really like the idea that it's easy for anybody to jump in and enjoy the patron. patron adventure.
Got it. So 2 patron virtual, 1 they'll be announced tonight. Great question. Okay, so Josh says, when will Trent start doing 8K pre-orders? I will follow Jeff's suggestion, even though I don't do them on the forum. I'll do it on my website. So my plan is to start on the 26th, but thank you for asking. Kuzik Kuzik says, on Trent tokens, buy stuff from C92. So maybe we know what that means. By the way, the C number means consigner. Corey says that he just got here. Oh my God, Corey, you got to hit rewind. And those are all of our questions. Jeff, thank you so much
Thanks for having me.
It's an honor and a pleasure. Thank you for enduring all of our silly questions. It's so great for you to join us here, almost monthly. And the next time, hopefully, we'll be seeing you on the show is in November. But I will definitely see you and hopefully many, many other people in October at GameholeCon. So let's give it up for Jeff. Yep. Thank you so much. Until next time, buddy. Have a good one. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
All right, see ya. All right, that was Jeff. That was a load of information. Holy potato chips. If you signed in the middle of the show or toward the end, definitely hit rewind and watch from the beginning. We talked about all kinds of amazing stuff for 2024 and even things that are happening in 2026. Thank you all so much for watching this show. I need to do that YouTube thing. Hit like and subscribe and share with your friends and enemies. It's really important for the algorithms to see all that stuff happening. So we want to spread the love of True Dungeon out there. Thank you so much in the chat. I see lots of people chatting. Thank you all of you saying great things. I really do appreciate it. And it's great that you guys can watch live because we can interact and ask Jeff questions. I see lots of hearts and lots of chats. It's all very, very kind of you. Speaking of things that I love saying this. So please, if it's very, very difficult to frown when you're smiling, so please smile as much as you can. Thank you for watching, everybody. See you next time.